Hello, everyone. Today we have a Joma. Joma is having his insurance agency in Chicago, and today he will share his story how he ended up opening an insurance agency. Joma, thank you for joining us, coming for this interview. Can you please tell about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Arslan, for inviting me. So, yeah, my name is Joma. Currently running insurance agency here in Chicago. Um, yeah, so came to United States when I was 21 years old. Have experience working in a lot of jobs just to, um, at the beginning, like you just want to make money and you're in the new country. So as a student, used to work in restaurants, hotels, everywhere. And then when I was 21, 22, moved to Chicago area. Uh, Spent some time working in different jobs. And in 2017, I started my software engineering career. Spent there almost 7 years, and it's been like almost like 9 to 10 months running insurance agency business.
So you say you started for the IT right in 2017. How did you land up with the IT job? Like you did different jobs. Did you study for bachelor's degree or anything like that?
No, definitely. I didn't. I never thought I'm gonna be like in the software engineering field, but I always it was kind of dream. So I used to watch like different movies, and I was like, oh man, it's kind of cool to work in this like big companies. So in 2017, 16, I remember my friend, he disappeared like for some time, and then later he showed up and he was like, hey, like I'm working in this company, making like 100K or something. And then I was like blown away. I was like, oh my gosh. So he suggested me like, you need to study, and then you can apply for the jobs, and if you are fit, like if you're a good candidate, you can make it. And after that, I um, I simply followed his steps and ended up in working in one of the like big companies.
So what steps was this?
Now it's kind of mainstream, but back in those days, I think it was kind of like new thing in the market. So basically, this old school option, like you need to uh, go to the college, like 4 years of bachelor's, then a lot like you need to spend a lot of time to become such kind of. But the tech is moving faster, right? So basically, I went to the bootcamp, studied there, and then I ended up in working in the like one of the big companies.
Okay, so you started your IT job, and how was it? How was the IT job?
It was great, especially like um, if you kind of had like if you have like dream to work in this field and you end up working somewhere, it's kind of like dream comes true. So this kind of feeling was amazing. I enjoyed like every minute. To be honest, software engineering job, like I think it's one of the best uh, jobs. Like I would say, like dream job. So
Why it makes it so best?
because you work in big companies, you are the part of like you're in a group with really smart people. You have access to the latest greatest tools. You learn a lot about the business. The reason currently I'm starting my own business because I used to be part of the different projects, different companies. Uh, their business are in different domains. Like I used to work in like financial domains, like pharmacy, like advertisement, different stuff. And if you spend time in those projects, you're not only gonna learn like technology side, you're gonna learn also business side.
So IT was like your first step, right? You just took that step in order to learn, how the business operates, and that way you got some idea.
Yeah.
And what did you do next? How you were like, oh, I'm gonna open my business. I'm gonna leave my IT job because, if you don't work in US, you lose a lot of money.
If I divide my life into parts, I would say like software engineering part, it was like my personal like dream, my personal decision. The purpose was just to make my dream come true. But now I started my business with the purpose of not only helping me like financially and just to grow as a business person, but also helping others. So I think it's one of the engines who like why I'm like keep doing it every day. So I think it's just a purpose. Like now I think I'm in the stage where I want to like not only help me like my purpose, but I want to help others. And insurance is really great way to help people to solve their problems, like people and businesses, like everybody in United States, you required to have insurance most of the cases. So I think this is the main purpose why I'm like in this business right now.
So we will come to that part later where you're gonna tell who needs an insurance.
Okay.
But before that, how did you start that? Like, how did you you're not overnight thought, oh, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna open insurance agency, right? And you had some maybe purpose, some reason to start that. What was that?
I'm an immigrant, right? In my country, we don't have insurance, or we have, but I never like faced this kind of like challenge to go and get an insurance. So when I was in software engineering, I also used to have my like kind of side business. So I used to like rent cars, and it started like in COVID time when there was like shortage of the cars and everything, and people start reaching because me and my partner, we used to like own like couple cars, and people like started reaching me like, hey, I need a car, and we started like buying them, finding the cars, and just started this kind of rental business. But with every rental car, you need to you need to fill this insurance part as well. You cannot just simply like let a person take your car and just drive. So you need to every day like connect with the insurance broker, and you need to ask like, hey, what kind of coverage I need and everything. So I spent like a couple of years in that business, and I used to like connect a lot with the brokers, with the insurance people, and day by day, like I started to like gain more knowledge. Also in software engineering career, I used to work in insurance project as well, and over there also I used to read a lot all these requirements and test and go through all these like scripts just to understand like the flow of the business. And I think like with all this information, I started to like get more and more into like insurance, I think.
Okay, so your car business, you had some small car business, and that's what brought you to open the insurance agency. So how did you open it? Like, was it a challenges there? What are the steps? Can anyone open the business, or there should be some steps that we should take?
Everybody can who has like required license, So in order to like become like an insurance agent or broker, you have to have like insurance license. So basically you need to get the license, and then after that go to like market market and just look for the opportunities. Like maybe there are like some companies, they can give you some options, or some agencies. The only requirement, I think, is just to have the license.
License. So I can't go directly to the, let's say, Allstate Insurance and say, hey, can I sell your insurance? Right? So
No.
I gotta have a license to apply, and they gotta approve me, so I will be able to sell the
Yes.
insurance. Is it hard to get the license? How long it takes?
It depends,
Uh-huh.
Like for me, it was challenging.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time, but insurance, I would say it's more like close to like the laws, like different laws, different rules. Like there is like tons of types of licenses you need to get. Like different companies, they might ask you for different licenses. So
Okay.
it's also the
So what kind of license you have?
So for example, if you wanna like sell like just auto insurance, you need to go and get specific license for only auto.
Uh-huh.
But auto has like commercial side and personal side. So for commercial, maybe you need to get different license. So there is different requirements. You cannot simply, there is no like one insurance license and you can sell everything.
What kind of insurance you sell?
So I sell personal auto, commercial auto, home insurance for businesses, different types, and life insurance.
I know there's a lot of immigrants who come here, right? So what would you advise them? What kind of insurance they should get once they come to United States?
For most of the people, if you came to United States, most probably you will need like car insurance, and maybe you rent apartment somewhere, you can get like renter's insurance.
Uh-huh.
And like basic. But this mentality, it's like I was with this mentality, like I don't know, like before insurance, I was like, oh, like there is like auto insurance, home insurance, and other stuff. But there is also one big product in insurance. It's life insurance. I think now I will answer like, you need first of all life insurance, and then you need like auto insurance, and like let's say you are renting the place, renter's insurance. If you have business, you need to get like business insurance, at least like general liability. So these are like must-haves. But I cannot give you like with only one answer. It depends. If you are a business owner, at least you need to get like general liability. If you do some kind of profession, there is like specific insurance which covers your duties, like what you do. Doctors, for example, in the United States, they all have like different for their own, like let's say there is a doctor who has his own place, like clinic. He has his own like coverage for a clinic, but also he has his own like professional coverage to cover his duties, like daily duties. So
what is the life insurance? How does that work?
I went to the company. They said like, you need to get license for life insurance as well. And then I was like, I don't need this. And they said like, no, like it's kind of requirement, you need to get it, right? And okay, I was forced to, and I started to like studying, learning, preparing for the exam. And after like spending some time studying, I was kind of blown away with what this coverage does. And I think this life insurance part is also like motivates me to help people. But after knowing like what really the life insurance does, it's now I understand that every person should get it, especially like if you have someone who depends on you. So basically, life insurance it's gonna cover your family or your close people. In business, you can get life insurance will cover like your partners and everything. And there is a myth like it's kind of super expensive, but it's not that expensive. You can find some life insurance like it starts from $20 per month. So you can get like at least like 100K coverage for $20 per month. It's like you spend like $20 or more for Netflix.
Yeah.
And you can spend like $20 per month, and you have like 100K coverage. And if something happens to you, like your family or your friends are protected. In my community, like unfortunately, sometimes you can see like, unfortunately, there is a person like passed away. We need to like create like GoFundMe or something and help the person to like with all these expenses or family, right? I think life insurance solves this problem. Your family, your wife, your kids, they're not gonna go and like wait for other people's to help, or your friends, they're gonna like spend a lot of time, and who knows, like.
What about auto insurance? As I know, when you go to dealership, when you buy a car, right, they don't let you go from the dealership. Even you bought the car, they don't let you go out of the dealership with this car until you get the insurance.
The main idea behind what insurance, the purpose of the insurance is just help you to just move, like just continue, like you can just keep going on, right? Let's say like you have a car, you have insurance, and something happens, right? If there is no insurance, you are done, right? Let's say you bought a, like, our people love, like, let's say Camry, right? They bought, person goes and he buys like Camry for 30,000. There is no insurance. Then there is an accident, right? He financed it, like he gave like 20% down, and there is like 25 some amount, like 25,000 he still owes to the bank. And let's say there is a accident or something, he's in really, really bad problem, right? It's kind of big problem because you need to pay, like. So the main goal of the insurance is just to help, like it works not only for regular people but for businesses. Like there's a business, they have some huge problems, insurance comes, they cover, and the business keeps going on. Same thing for personal side. Like you have a house, you bought it like for 300,000, 400,000. If you don't have insurance, something happens to your house, right?
Yeah. You are in debt.
Yeah, it's really huge problem. So the main idea here is just insurance helps people and businesses just to keep going on. It's not like you're gonna make money out of insurance. It's just like help. It's like saving account somewhere, right? You just give monthly like $100 for your car, $200, and there is, let's say, like 30,000 some kind of savings there. And if something happens, you can just go to the savings, take that money, cover the loss, and just keep going. Why dealership requires? It's not like dealership. How it works is most of the time people are financing, right? So it means like your dealership is just giving you car, but the money they are taking from financial institutions. So those guys, they don't want to like have like this risk, right? So they will tell the dealers, like, hey, if you're gonna sell the car, you need to also like ask them to have insurance. Like it's kind of mandatory because they don't want to risk, like, and dealership don't want to risk.
Yeah.
And they don't want you to be in the trouble as well.
So the question arises to everyone saying, how I can get the best insurance with a low amount?
That's
right.
Yeah, that's the
general
that's
question.
the most the most asked question. So it all depends. For example, I have customers who like they can call me and like, hey Joma, like give me the cheapest insurance, right? And that's it, right? I heard my friend like he got insurance and it's only $100, right? And I'm like, okay, your friend he might get like for $100, but it all depends. Like it depends on the car, like how much is your car, what is the like history of your car, right? Maybe it has like they call like salvage. It was in a lot of accidents. It depends on your credit score. It depends on your address, like where do you live, where do you keep your car. It also depends on the coverages you're gonna pick. It all depends. So there is no such a thing like if your friend goes to one insurance and gets like $100, and later you go to that insurance, you want to get $100. It might be $100, but it might be like higher or lower. You never know. Like,
so it really depends on what kind of car you have.
yeah,
What is your age?
yeah,
If you are married or not married, right? That's how the algorithm decides how much they will give you as a.
yeah. Basically, they have a lot of data, and you and I, everybody, like in different kind of like groups. For example, you and I, like in same age, definitely like married. Some lives in this area, like this profession. So they just divide. And nowadays, because of the technology, most of the time, like the algorithm will calculate everything, and they will give you like the price. But behind it, they also call it like underwriting. There is a team who, if there is some unique scenario, then the real person involved, they call it like underwriters, and they can like decide like what kind of price to give. But it's very rare nowadays. It's just algorithms.
So there still can be a person who will be looking and deciding what kind of price give, right? But do they also call that AI? Because right now, whatever comes up, they just AI. Whatever the small algorithm is AI, right? This algorithm is AI, right? So do they also call that AI or just
I'm not sure about that, but most of the companies, I think they're trying to use AIs.
You quit your IT job, right?
Yes.
Do you still do your car rental business?
No.
No, you quit that as well. You just have an insurance company, and that's okay. Is it enough to make living with that?
If you compare it to like what I was, let's say, what I was making in software engineering, I would say it's not enough. Like everybody knows, software engineering is really good money. Insurance is it's part of, if you divide into group, it's part of the sales job. Like you do a lot of sales, right? And it all depends on how many like customers, how many like products you were able to sell in a month or in a week. So it all depends. Like sometimes it might be great, sometimes it's very like bad. So, and of course, if you start from the scratch, it's really, really tough. Like in insurance, the percentage is really like not good. Like there is like 92% of the chance that you're gonna quit after 1 year. So currently I am, I don't know, like in nine months or something. So I have like three more months, but I think I'm doing okay. But it all depends, you know. But the chances are really low. Like if you have, let's say, $10,000 income per month, and tomorrow you decide to start insurance company, I don't think you're gonna make $10,000 like in your first or second month. Like it might take like, I don't know, years. You are thinking like, I'm gonna sell like 100 policies, but you end up selling like 30 policies, right? So you need to be prepared for those kind of scenarios. So it's really tough. I was joking other day to my friends. It's like I quit my 9-to-5 job but now I'm working 24/7. Basically, like I wake up, start with insurance. Even in my dreams, I now
Sell the insurance.
yeah. So I think for long term, if you keep doing it, it's really good.
So you make money out of every policy you sell. How does that work?
Back in the days, there was like different like companies. They come, and it was like related to like beauty stuff, all this stuff, and they give you like some kind of products, and they say like, hey, if you sell this much, we will give you like, I don't know, like 20%, 30%, like. So insurance, it's just, they call it like commission based. So you get commission from the product. So it all depends like how many products you sell, and you get the commission.
And they will give you commission on monthly basis or just one-time commission?
Let's say a person buys car insurance, they will make a payment first month, and insurance will give you the certain commission from that. So it's all depends like what kind of product.
Do you have an office or you work from home?
Yeah, I have an office, but as I know, like some companies they don't require office, but some companies do. So it all depends on the company.
So your company requires an office?
Yeah.
Okay. And the clients, they usually come or they just do the over the phone?
More than like 60-70% usually over the phone or like online, I would say.
What's your vision for your future? How would you see yourself in the future with this business?
Usually I have like at least like 24 months vision, some plan, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't like planning like couple years ahead, but I think just in this business, I think like for next couple years, definitely I'll be spending time just learning about the business, about the products, how to make like how to make the process easier for the customers, how to learn more about the products, like how to make my customers and other people's like more knowledgeable about the insurance business. So I think that's the goal for me.
So back in the years when you came to United States and you were doing different jobs, right? And now, being in a software engineering job, being in a car rental job, now in an insurance job, what would you advise to yourself, the young Joma who came at 20 years old in United States? What would you advise?
Don't have like regrets, first of all, right? Mistakes are part of the game. I can say like for this country specifically, because I spent my last like 10 plus years here, right? It's land of opportunities. Everybody knows. Some people say like, oh, like America is not what it used to be, but I think it's mistake. It's the best country if you wanna like just grow. Like doesn't matter like business, like personally. For the younger myself, I would say like just try, just learn, and first try to like help yourself, and then after that you can just help others. Keep asking, like especially at the beginning we were like kind of shy. I don't know why. Like, so if you like doing business, if you are in software engineering, everywhere, just keep asking. So I see like a lot of people like from Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, I don't know, Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, everybody just they starting to like launching different types of businesses, and I think it's really like really good sign.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, Joma. And it was a great interview. I hope it will help to our audience, to get their insurances if they didn't get it right, or update their insurance. We will leave you contact information under the description of this video.